Yo, what's up, guys? I got top 8 at the most recent OTS with Hero. This is my favorite deck. It's the first deck I ever built. I got 3rd after Swiss, which was really crazy. I didn't expect to play that well. My 5 rounds were against round 1 Tempai, and then I played in a row, I believe, 2 Yubel Fiendsmith. I played 1 Snake Eye Fiendsmith, and then I played another Yubel Fiendsmith. And all the Yubel players I 2-0'd, which was pretty insane too.
Oh, what was me?
Alright, I'll go ahead and get into the profile here. Elemental heroes, we got 3 Stratos, 1 Liquid, 1 Shadow Mist, and then the Neos with the favorite contact. I wouldn't change any of these ratios at all. Some people play 2 Shadow Mist, you could, but I wanted to keep my main deck at 45, which is a really comfortable number for me. So definitely want to see Stratos as much as possible. He is in my starter. Then I search him out. Liquid's great for getting into my side deck cards. The attribute comes up as well for fusing into the Infernal Rage. And then the trap card is insane too, give me more layered interruption. Sometimes you can make Absolute Zero as well if I don't want to make the Neo Swingman. So that's great. And then Destiny Heroes, Plasma, Triple Mally, Denier. Again, nothing to change here. These cards are all insane. Plasma is great going second for breaking boards because you can climb into him and then steal something. That's how I won one of my games against Yubel. I stole their spirit, so if it died, it wouldn't float into anything. Denier gets you the 4th Mally. And then opening Ferris Mally is the most insane combo you can open in this deck. So.
What was me?
Without BB. Vision Heroes, again, all standard stuff. 3, 2, and 2.
God, yes.
Yep, for the Ferris Vion increase. Second increase is more for just so if I open these 2 that this combo's not dead, and then also for siding patterns I like to just side out 1 sometimes when I'm going second, just so it's easier for my siding patterns just to be on the 2. So
no poison?
Listen, that's a secret tech, they don't tell you about that.
They don't teach you how to draw like that.
The 2 Vion is great also because it comes up in a follow-up that I will have increase down here when I take damage, and then summon the other one from deck, or I'll open or search the Vion, so that way if these 2 get stopped, then I can search out Vion and then normal, and then do the rest of my combo. That happened a couple times. There was one time I did that and I got stopped because they had double Imperm. Shout out German. And then fusion spells, 3 Fusion Destiny, the 3 Mass Change, Miracle, and Poly. These cards are all crazy. These are engine requirements. Fusion Destiny is the most broken extender in the deck. I always love firing this off really late. The restriction comes up a little bit that locks you to Dark Hero because I'm playing a lot of non-Dark Heroes now in this deck. But it's fine. When this card resolves, it wins me the game a lot of the time. And it's great, especially if my hand is full of a bunch of non-engine, and I can fire this off and have DP protected by a bunch of other stuff. Or I can add Plasma to the field as well. And this is a 1-card starter, which is really insane on top of the 3 hero lists that I'm also playing. This card is broken. I had 1 game against Yubel Fiendsmith. I used all 3 and I got down to 75 life points and I won, so that was great. For the mass changes, you could play them at any ratio. I really liked 3 because to dodge all the targeted hand traps, and then most of the decks that I was building this to play against were all decks that would lose to Dark Law, so just having a way to draw into this or to hard open or anything, that was great for getting into Dark Law. And then not too much really about these. They're just engine requirements, so I gotta play them. Yeah. You could play 2 Polymerization. I've seen the theory, and I've been told a bunch of times to try playing it. But I just wanted to go with what was comfortable for me, which was just playing the 1.
No, I don't think it's worth playing 2. Yeah, just open double poly going second and GG's.
Yeah, exactly.
You're already playing 2 increase.
And then the last 2 little one-ups here are Foolish and Rhoda. Not much to say here. This did help me get combo in one of my Yubel Fiendsmith games because I opened, I think it was just Ferris, Foolish, and then a bunch of other random cards. So this card, dumping Shadow Mist, got me to combo, and that won me the game. And then Rhoda is just an insane card. I love opening Rhoda. Non-engine here are Pretty standard stuff for the format, just the triple ash, triple droplet, triple imperm, and then the 3 tactics, 1 called by. I think these are all great for this deck. I know a lot of people, and what I was testing before was like a very either all breakers or like breakers plus imperm. I don't think that really works because a lot of the decks I was playing against, if they knew I was on breakers, then they would set up a really insane board and it would be really difficult, if not impossible, to play through with breakers plus engine. So I opted for like a good mix of like breakers and hand traps. Called by I never took out. This card is great going first or second. Droplet I would never take out for anything else. Just because this deck loves to play droplet. Everything you have you can send from hand for free. Even if you open the favorite contact trap, you can send that because you can get it back with the fusion monster that adds it. Ash is ash, imperm is great, tactics is tactics. I never took anything this weekend, but it comes up because you can like tribute something off that you stole for plasma if you didn't want your opponent to get it back in that phase.
You get plasma
only
take.
taking dubs, right?
That's true, yeah. I hand ripped a bunch, card's insane. Drawing 2, I think. Yeah, I did have a game against Ubel Fiendsmith where I opened, I think it was these 2, and then the Miracle Fusion was my 5th card going second. And then because I drew 4 cards over the course of that game, and I won that game, and that was the game that was off 75 lives, so that was crazy.
I thought you were gonna say that's against German.
No, that was not against German.
Shout out
No,
German.
that was my one loss in Swiss, was the Snake Eye Fiendsmith deck, and that matchup's really hard, but
No, yeah, it's just like unwinnable. Like they go like on cassettes.
it's hard for any
It's hard
deck,
for
yeah, especially for rogue
ridiculous.
deck.
It's hard for
And like I
every
knew he's
single
playing Angel Blue Tier, so I needed ways to stop it, and I just didn't see
Card
them.
ridiculous.
All the tokens, shout out Sal for this one, shout out Nib for never leaving here, and then got my buddies right here. Shout out everybody, shout out Barbies.
Adios.
Going to the extra deck here, Masked Heroes, 2 Dark Law, 1 Blast. Pretty standard stuff here. Some people play 1, but it was coming up like once or twice that I wanted the 2nd Dark Law, and I'm playing 3 Mask Change, so I figured why not. Blast didn't come up at all, but it's for Stratos. If they try to negate it, I want Stratos to resolve, but also against the Snake Eye Fiendsmith deck, in theory, you can use this to force out Apollousa, and then when they chain, you chain the other effect to target something like the IP that's in the spell and trap zone through Temple, or you target the sequence so the Desiree is forced to negate, otherwise the Desiree isn't live anymore. That came up at locals, but it didn't come up here, so in theory this card's pretty strong.
Oh god, yes.
Outs Floodgates as well. Like skill drain sometimes, so that's solid. Elemental Hero Fusions, we got Ab-Zero, Infernal Rage, and then the Sunrise, it gets summoned off Infernal Rage, Wake Up, and then the Shining Neos Wingman. All of these cards except the Ab-Zero engine requirements. This gets into this gets the trap summons this to non-targeting pop. There's many cards up to attributes on field. Also, if he kills something, he does burn damage, which can come up to help push for game, especially if your opponent has a bunch of stuff in defense. He gets really big. It came up against Tenpai where they Raigeki Dustered me. Favorite contacted in this, and he had 8100 attack. And the only thing they could try to do was Ready Rose clear my grave, but they summoned it in defense, so then this card was able to live. I attack over next turn, and that was it. Wake Up is usually used to just pop it and then summon the Shadow Mist from deck to grab Mass Change, or you can leave it on field, destroy it during your opponent's turn if they're playing a back row deck, and then summon Stratos from deck, and then Stratos will just pop, be another non-targeting pop to get rid of back row.
Yeah.
So that's really broken in those back row decks, like against like Lab and stuff like that. And also, it's an OTK machine as well that came up once against Ubel Fiendsmith where they had sequence on field and negated Caesar in defense, and my only way to go for game was to make this using 2 fusion monsters, attack over sequence, burn for 12, and plus the battle damage, attack over Caesar, burn for 28, and then my other 2 guys for game. So those are all the Elemental Hero fusions. Ab-Zero is another target for favorite contacts, just because it gets me some really good defense, because if I summon this out, then they have to out this either by returning it to the extra deck so it won't trigger, or they'll have to trigger it somehow and then lose a bunch of their field. And then you can also destroy this instead of your DPE, so this just clears the whole field.
Yeah, so you get the DP pop plus the 0 like board wipe.
Exactly, yeah.
It's pretty clean.
Speaking of DP, this is the only Destiny Hero Fusion I'm playing. I could play 2. I don't have the second one. You play that for stuff like Cash Tier Unicorn, which I didn't play against, or Bisteals. I was expecting a lot of Bisteals, so if you play the second one, it's a lot easier to make the second one than to summon Denier back from this graveyard effect, Denier, cycle this back, and then get the materials to make a second one. So that's why I wasn't playing that. You could play Dystopia for time or another favorite contact target. I didn't really like it. And you need to have like some kind of attack boost effect for the pop to be live, otherwise it's just burn damage. So
That's why you play Dynatag.
oh god, not him. One E-Hero Baguska. I didn't summon him once, but in theory, as you get shifted, you summon 2 level 4, summon this in defense, and you pass.
Oh, Baguska, my beloved.
Shout out Cash and Tenpai. When I got shifted, my hand was I was either couldn't make this or my hand was pretty terrible anyway, so I never made Baguska, but the theory is there, so I just wanted them for safety. Extra hero links, 2 Cross Crusader, really broken card, best extra hero in the whole deck. It's an extender. It gives you follow-up, because sometimes you can bring back another Destiny hero off of DP's graveyard effect and use Cross to bring him back, so you still get the DP in rotation. It's good for link climbing as well into the link 3, which I'm playing. And yeah, the second one always comes up. I would never play any less. I could play 3 if I really wanted to, but I don't have the room. Other link 2s are the Infernal Devicer, which will reveal Shining Neos Wingman to grab Neos from the deck. And then the Wonder Driver, which will reset any of my fusion spells or mass change. This is part of the combo. Usually I reset Polymerization, so I get a second one. And then if I leave him on field, usually what I like doing is in standby bringing DP back to his zone and then resetting the Miracle Fusion, because usually I'll have either the Ab-Zero or the Wake Up, depending on my combo, or just any of these left in the extra deck, so I can Miracle Fusion for these for lethal push. And then I think it only came up maybe once that Wonder Driver I left on field to float into summoning a hero from hand, just to give myself body and just survive a lethal push from my opponent. And then last, the extra hero Dread Decimator. This card is just for lethal push. It got me game against Yubel, which was great. I was almost going to cut this for second Wonder Driver, which I didn't end up playing, but I might try that theory out as well. This is just good for lethal pushes, especially playing under Nib, because you will usually just get this guy, and then I'll summon one more fusion monster. And these will be 75 plus whatever I have in grave. So that's lethal, and then this can pop something to clear the way as well.
If you were to play second DP, what would you cut?
That's a good question, because let's see. For any kind of flex slots, let's see, it would really just be
Baguska maybe?
Yeah, it would be between these 5. I could cut any of these 5 for something else, because I didn't summon this all weekend. But in theory, some of them come up. I think I've summoned, with this specific extra, I've summoned every single monster in the extra deck except Baguska at least once. So everything has been coming up when it has been. The Baguska is just kind of like a worst case scenario.
Yeah, like a shifter, like flex spot type of thing.
Yeah, like
the
that,
contestant
or,
slot.
or
Yeah.
Droll, yeah.
So
So
something in the shifter.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Side deck here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 go first cards. The Dark Angel, I made the concession of not main decking this, so if I played in Tenpai, which I did round 1, if they had the breakers and they had them, and I would lose that game, but it's fine. This card will just solo the matchup in most cases because they won't have an answer. If they normal something in order to just like link it off, then I can just pop the normal summon. And then they won't have the extender. They'll need like a Chandra or something else, and they can't use the quick play to add because they'll just get negated by this. So this is insane into that. It's good into Branded, which I didn't see any at all. It's good into Cashier as well because it gives them a body. You summon everything in defense, so that way when they try to switch this to attack, crash into like a Link monster or something, you can DP pop it, Sunrise pop it, or you mass change it away. Rivalry is insane in this format.
Card's free.
Yeah, the card is super free. Wins games like no other. Judgment, I didn't see it all this weekend, but I just wanted like an answer into a bunch of random monsters that might come out that would like clear my whole field, just negate the summon, or just answer any breakers if they were playing like, you know, like a deck that plays Anima, so I wouldn't be able to play this. So I was like just siding into 3 Judgment for the worst case scenario. And then the rest is going to be the 3 Cosmic. I didn't see this at all, but the theory was there for clearing floodgates, chainables, anti-spell, that type of stuff. And then we have rest, which is just going to be 4 Bystials and Nib. These do conflict with Hero Lives because you're not going to be controlling a face-up monster. But sometimes I'll like for Nib, I can put the token in attack if it's big enough. Crash. The Bystials again, I can crash. They're pretty small and compared to a bunch of other stuff. I had like my opponent enter like a Desiree. I drew just to just block something, and then once I drew Hero Lives return, I crashed into Desiree, sent something else into Hero Lives, and I did the rest of my combo like normal. I didn't see Mag, but these 2 I saw. This helped me win a game against Uvel Fiendsmith by just sacking off Wonder Driver just to clear one of their Link 2s that they try to make.
Oh god, yes.
And yeah, that's pretty much the profile. I did have in top 8. I did have I got a game loss for a deck list error because I submitted my deck list like really late before the event, and this list is what I played in Swiss. And I got some advice from some of my friends that was building this, that I was not playing the 3rd Tactics and I was playing Eclipse over this. And I forgot to make those changes, so I ended up getting the game loss, which was fine. I played Memento in top 8, shout out Eva. And I played with the 3 Eclipse and then the 2 Talents instead of the 3 in the main deck. So yeah, that's the whole profile. I did a lot better than I expected with it. Shout out to Barbie, shout out Craig, shout out everybody else. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for thanks to everyone for just giving me the confidence to play an old favorite. So
oh god,
thanks.
yes.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
God, yes.